Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm so excited to be here. Hello, hello, I like it. My name is Julia Buckley. I do work for the Lawton team. If you guys have not heard about us, we are from Arizona. We have about 250 agents, 250 agents between 5 offices in Phoenix and Tucson. We're going to do about a billion dollars in sales volume. Just a billion, just a billion. We will close about 1,800 transactions, and for this year will be our first year we'll actually hit our listing goal of about 650 listings. So we're super excited about that. But that is not how this year was looking. Going into our third quarter, our listing success was down. We were not keeping listings. We were not going to hit our goal. So we started to strategize and look through different options how we can. We're getting the listings, our sales teams are crushing it, but unfortunately, we're just not keeping as many as we did. We're they're not closing, right? So what we started to do is digging into the data. What do we know? Right, 85% of sellers, their number one priority is communication. And unfortunately for our sellers, once they are agents, sorry, I'm an off scroll through and through. So I'm typically behind the scenes, not up here. So thank you for bearing with me. But so 85% of sellers want communication. What we were finding with our agents was after they had the first week or two touch base with the clients, they didn't know what to say because they had hit price reductions, they weren't getting showings, and so they just stopped communicating. And so we started to create some solutions around there, and then feedback. Us as agents, it's not always the easiest after you guys are doing showings to give good, valuable feedback. We were at about a 15% rate of showing feedback from agents. And so we've implemented a system with Texting Benny that automatically an AI goes and generates the feedback from the agent all through Follow Boss automatically. So I'm going to walk you through that. So let's get started on our first solution that we came up with. I've been in the real estate business for about 17 years. So I have some old school tactics and I just really dug into those. They worked back in the day, but I just put a more tech behind them and brought the old school techniques back into 2025. So the first thing we did was create a roast my listing. This is your traditional tour that you guys would do with your title companies. Back in the day, you would caravan around. Everybody would fill out their feedback forms. They would have a sign in the front of the yard, best of show. But what we did was we partnered with our title and our lending company. And the lender actually sponsors this. They MC it because they could bring in all of their creative financing. But we end up doing a virtual showing tour of the houses to get and solicit feedback from agents within our office. So let me walk through the little toolkit and we'll dive in a little deeper. What is Roast My Listing? This is, like I just said, we're just trying to get feedback. An agent will come in and they will walk through what showings, what the showing feedback is, who has been showing it, do we think it's going to um, sell at that price? And then we solicit and crowdsource information from agents within our team. This is really, really good when we haven't had any showings, and because we can provide really meaty feedback back to the sellers. And so, what we do and what ones we target on a weekly basis are listings that are about 21 days on the market. They have either more than 10 showings or no showings at all. And we do require that our agents have had at least 2 open houses because we want to show that they have been out of the property. They're putting some skin in the game because once we go through this as a team, we evaluate it. We will do new virtual staging photos. We'll boost them and do listing showcases. And so, but the most valuable thing here is we get a very pretty feedback link that we get to provide to the sellers. Anyways, it looks like all of these toolkits, but it will literally talk about the summary of it, what the game plan of what we've come up with, what we're the extra marketing, the refresh of photos, all of that all in one spot. And so what we have found is it takes the pressure off the agents. They're excited to go back. And then because we have so much proof from the agents in the office and good feedback, they're willing to do the price reduction. They're willing to declutter so we could get new photos. So this has dramatically increased, one, our agents' confidence and just being able to have those conversations as you're hitting those 30-day, 45 days on the market. Yeah, and we've had really, really good success, and sellers have been super happy with this. Yeah, of course.
You gather that information.
Yes.
Well, and it's bad. Then it's very like, oh my gosh, this house X, Y, and Z, a billion B, and now you have to upset that to the seller. And the seller's like rush, and they're like, forget it, I'm thinking about it. So how?
Yeah. So hold on, let me.
Sorry, or flight 2 or 3.
Nope, you're so good. So we have all of these feedback forms that each of our agents will go through and fill out. One, we ask them, how many years have we been in the business? Because when we create our report for the sellers, we start to say, we have 68 years of experienced agents that have evaluated your home. They've taken time out of their day and they have given you guys, good feedback on this. Each of them fill out, is a home priced correctly? What would stop the buyer from writing the offer? um, Strategy on that side, and then do you have any other buyers? Because we just try to solicit any and all feedback. We get all of this, we throw it into Chat GPT, but what we have found is it almost takes the edge off of the agents, and the sellers do not get offended. They feel like they actually start trusting what the agent is saying because now they've heard it from 10 agents, not just that one agent. And there's true stuff that we come back with them, right? Like we're going to send the photographer out and do night photos. We're going to come in and do virtual staging. There is a lot that we can put in there that just shows like you're not in it alone. So we have not found that sellers get offended. They are more willing to go with us agent suggestions when we're able to show this feedback.
And it had marketing because it takes the pressure off your agent and being like, well, it's the only one giving bad news. That's like, no, any of us gave bad news. We all gave the same.
Yes.
So they should be both sides. So they should be very comfortable hearing that because it's like coming from so many different sources. Like, yeah, I guess you're right. My garage is really messy. Like maybe I should clean that up, or maybe we do need a price reduction when so many other people are saying it. And then your agents have that backup as saying like,
Yes.
no, our whole team says this,
Yeah.
not just me. So I just think that's a really neat way to do it.
Yes. It's been super great, and I agree exactly with that. It takes the pressure one off the agent. They're willing to have the conversation, and then it's like, yes, we typically get really, really good price reductions after this goes out. I have these, and I will share these with you. I'll make sure those the links are updated, but you can walk through all of our forms are on here. The feedback, how we do the Chat GPT to strategize for these. The next one is reverse offer strategy. This one's super fun. And again, what this is, it's basically a seller solicited offer. So what we have found is if we've done price reduction, and through the feedback, we can identify, buyers have some interest in the house. They're just not making an offer. And this is when reverse offer comes in because maybe the seller doesn't want to go and just do a price reduction right away, but we can do the price reduction basically through this offer at a reduced rate, not put it out in the universe yet, and solicit an offer from an agent or a buyer who has had interest in the property. So we'll pop into this toolkit. Yep. So a reverse offer, all it is a seller solicited offer. What we do is as the feedback is coming in, we start to identify those ones that it was second on the list, right? Like the buyer really loved it, but there was the first time out. And then we'll start to compile a list of those agents, and we start to talk to the agents to see if it's a possibility to have a reversed offer. The best times to use this strategy, 14 days on the market. If you've had 5 or more showings but no offers, buyer agent followed up but didn't write any offers. So just like I was saying, when they are excited, and have buyers who, show some interest but aren't really ready to write an offer, or you just have feedback right around the price or competition because, like I said, you can write an offer for a little bit less than what you are listed for and what the seller is willing to take without advertising and putting it fully out there. This is definitely a great one to show that you are doing everything you can as an agent for your seller, right? It's a unique strategy. It's another one when you're doing your weekly calls with your sellers that you can use in your toolkit instead of asking for a price reduction. You go in and say, hey, we had a couple buyers who were interested. Nobody wrote, but let's go solicit some offers. So within the toolkit, we have the seller email templates, and how we broke it up was like by seller's motivation is how we're going to approach them within our conversations. So we have different templates for our team that show, the seller who's eager to move, your conversation with them, and how you strategize against the offer is a little bit different. So we have all these templates here to share with you guys, and then full-fledged scripts with the sellers. What we found with this is it gets the seller motivated, it gets them excited, but also it puts that in the universe that the seller's open and willing. It's the strangest thing. I feel like we're all agents when we go on vacation. Everything, your buyers all want to come. You get your listings. There's the same thing has happened with this reverse offer strategy within our team. As soon as we start putting these out there, offers start coming. It opens up conversations with other agents. So it's been really, really great. You write the offer almost exactly how you would do the buyer side, but obviously you're just going to represent the seller instead of the buyer. You put the purchase price, earnest money, all of that, super easy. But yeah, we've had really, really good success in this. And then we've had, more importantly, I feel, is the sellers are truly believe that the agent is doing every single thing to make sure that they get the home sold. Has anybody done reverse offers? No? It's super. I know. It's so sugar. It's so fun. Yes. Yeah.
Like over here doing that, but it's like
Yes. Look. No, this one's been so great, and we were doing them back in like late 1920, but kind of came back around in this, and I just feel like this has been such a great tool for our team.
in the first way. That's
Yes. So Becky Garcia literally was my brainchild for this one.
I said the first one is 2014. 2014, they do it. Oh,
They do.
really?
They do. Agents also love them, right? They like want to work for you. Like that's the best thing that we've got. And they're like, hey, actually, I was talking to this buyer. Let me bring him back by. Like agents start to rally around you when you're starting to do these creative things. They want to figure out why you're doing them, how you do them. And so it's just brought a lot of energy to those listings that become a little stagnant. Any questions on this before we move on? All right. Showing feedback. When I started to dive into this side, we had like a 13% success rate on agents actually submitting feedback to us. So agents are our agents, listing agents. We're always spending time hunting down agents, trying to get any type of feedback, and then like quality feedback, right? Because they fill out the form from Aligned or Showing Time. It's so basic. You can't grab anything meaty from that. So me, I am tech, I'm operations. I just start calling, picking up the phone, and I land on calling Texting Betty, and I'm like, "You guys do texting? Do you guys automate anything that we can start to solicit feedback from agents?" And Andre was such a great partner. He's like, "No, but I'm super interested in learning." So what we've decided and kind of started to build out is as soon as the showing is confirmed, we have an automation that we add that agent into Follow Up Boss. They are tagged as a showing agent. We add in them as a vendor, and then yep. So we create the contact all the way in Follow Up Boss. We create the appointment in there, and then once we get the super notification that they've opened up the lockbox, we go in and we create a task. Because what we found, obviously, we want to make sure that they actually showed up before we solicit feedback. And so we create a task. An hour afterwards, we synced it to Texting Betty, and it will trigger a text to that agent. We came up with the cutest script here, Texting Betty. She'll introduce herself. Hey, Madison, Betty from the Latin team here. Would you throw your phone out of the window if I asked you for feedback on address? Agents love this.
This is incredible, by the way.
Yes.
This is absolutely incredible.
It's crazy. Like, this is insane. Like, we were at 15%. I'm now at 52%. I'm showing feedback and it's quality. Agents are literally, I'm at dinner, I will text you right back. And I get paragraphs. Like, it is the best thing. This, I think, is the biggest game changer for us. And there's so much more that I think we could build with this. Do you want to copy? Yes.
It's okay, girl.
Okay. I love the script. That's amazing. You've referenced scripts a couple times. I'm just curious, like, what do you do to create these scripts?
Well, this is Andre, the genius over here. Yes. Yeah, we were going kind of back and forth, and he's like, "Hey, we found this script. You want to stop an agent, right? Like anything. Hey, looking for feedback. Delete. Like I'm not looking at this, right? This one is literally showstopper. But it's all Andre. Yes.
Yes, so this is super, super cool. Shout out to you guys for doing this. I think this is really great for having seller conversations, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Just logistics wise.
Yep.
So do you have a showing time like team account, and then you're able to then register every single one of the activities of anybody that uses showing time, and then that gives you an email, then you maybe zap your email, and then you do that, something along those lines?
Exactly. Yeah. So
Y'all see how everything we done learned today them came back full circle? Hmm.
I learned all of that today, by the way.
that's amazing. No. Yes, exactly. So we are a team. All of our listings go under George, specifically so we can build systems like this. Our agents do fight us a little bit, like they want to be independent, but once we can show that this is the type of things that we can build when we have a team account, it's all under one name. Yeah, so we have everything hit George's an admin account for showings, and we create a Zap. I have this on here. It's literally a step-by-step guide of how we created our Zap, so you can copy it. There's a showing time automation. I have a bold trail one in here.
You giving us all this?
Oh, it's all you. It's
You
access to it all.
Thank you.
I also have my Calendly link here. I'm much better one-on-one in the Zoom, so I love to chat with you guys. But yeah, so this has been a game changer. It's so easy and simple, and I think the best thing about this is what's coming next, right? I talked to Andre this week, and we're going to start to summarize all of the data, drop it into a Google Sheet, and then automate an email to my agents on Tuesday mornings that says, hey, here is all the feedback for your seller. Here's some scripts for your seller. This is what we found. That way, they don't have to guess. Like, it's in their inbox. No excuses. Do your seller weekly report.
So we're gonna see you at the lab virtual in February, and you can share how that's been working for you.
I'm in. Yeah.
Hey, Drew.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But there's so much, I think, something exciting for me as a passion project. But I think when you walk into a builder and they give you all the upgrades, the floor plans, I want to start sending out text messages to agents before they go and show our properties that give them a breakdown, because agents don't always stay in their area of expertise. So they don't know what's in the area. They also don't know. They can't sell a house like you. So I am going to give them every piece of data to sell that house as effective as they can as they're showing it. So that's what I'm working on kind of next on this. But there's just so much in here.
Hey, stay in Arizona.
Oh, what?
No,
See showing? Yeah. So we use Align showings on our side for our confirmation, but the Supra notification is what goes in actually will do the trigger for Betty, our AI.
So it's not part of showing time. It all of the feedback you're using going through that.
No. So
It's good.
Yep, yeah. So the agents go through and they'll schedule it through Align showing or showing time. We'll get the confirmation. That's what starts our process. It opens up the follow boss contact. We have it. We know that somebody was interested in looking at this house. That way, if I have a price reduction, if I am doing something, I have all of the agents that were ever interested in that house in one spot. Once somebody goes and opens the Supra lockbox, that's when we're going to start our automation to trigger our feedback, to solicit feedback back.
So when did they get all the information? And they schedule your appointment and it goes all lost and then it turns out let the information out properly.
Yeah, so that's my dream build. And that's what I'm for. Yes, no, move, it's coming. Yeah. Andre, we're gonna meet now. No, that is my next iteration of this. I just feel like there's so much here that we can do once we have this data and so much automated. It takes it off you guys. So I'm super pumped about this. Any other questions? That's kind of all I have. And those are all of my tips and tricks that I've been working on. But this has truly helped our team. We have, since July 1st, we had our meeting. This got put on my bucket list. I started building out our team. We have increased listing success by 5% since July 1st. We are, like I said, on track to close 650 listings this year. And even better, we're 5% above market in listing success rate. So it's our biggest asset. And it kills me once you have the listing. There's no reason not to close those. And so we've been super successful. And
Molly more lit day, well, the lit day, the higher price.
yes, yep.
Yes. So cool. Well, thank you guys so much.
There's someone's got to have some.
Oh, wait.
$10. Yeah. Everyone else for free, but $10.
And my Calendly link, like I said, is there. So please reach out.
So you get a Calendly link in there that's like an hour. You're giving us an hour?
Yes. Do not tell George.
My assistant will be booking me.
Yes. Yeah. No. I love brainstorming, listening to what you guys are doing. So I'm here to support you guys wherever I can and learn from you guys. Hopefully, can help. So yeah, and they have the links. Every 2 days here, it's all linked to SOPs. But if you guys have issues, I also have the most amazing ops manager. He will help build Zaps for us. So we have a great team.
Real quick question. I know you mentioned you use showing time, but also aligned showings. Can you say what the difference is between those two programs?
There's not. Just in a Phoenix, they do the same exact thing. But in Phoenix, Align Showing is what all of our agents use. We're also in Tucson, who Showing Time is everything they use. So we just built out 2 separate systems so that both teams were able to use this system.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.